Hey everybody, welcome to the show. It is the 5th of April, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, in a soggy Independence, Iowa. It's been raining on and off for like a week. It's like fucking London in this mother, which means there's probably a blizzard going on somewhere in the northeast part of the country. A little pissed. Today's video is a little pissed and praying for the center. I'll explain all those things as we go along. There's a lot of stuff in the news lately that's just plain pissed me off, and I'm going to rant on them. And you were lucky enough to click play on this video, so you get to come along with me. So, let's have some fun. Let's let out a little bit of hostility, a little bit of anger, and today's Unemployed. A little pissed, a little bit. Coming at you.
Live from Casa de Clark in beautiful Independence, Iowa, it's Unemployed with your host, Matt Clark. Hey everybody, I just want to take a quick second to acknowledge the horrific things that happened in Syria the other day. Last count I heard, 85 people were dead, 25 of them defenseless children. Just a heinous, horrific act, and whether you're Muslim, Christian, Jewish, agnostic, atheist, how about a moment of silence for all those people that died over in Syria? On with the show, here's your host, me, Matt Clark.
Calm down. Max, I'm going to do it. I know. Hold on. Everybody, Max the Weather Dog. Under D over the shoulder. How's everyone doing? Independent. Greetings, Internet, YouTube, children of all ages, men and women at sea. It's I, your unemployed superhero, coming to you live from Casa de Clark here in beautifully soggy London, England. Independence, Iowa. For Christ's sake, it is just fucking. It's horrific out there. It's like in the like in the high 40s, low 50s. It's damp. It's just. They say if the temperature drops much more, we might get snow. So, April in Iowa, it's like heaven. I'm a little pissed, a little bit. I'm pissed a little bit. I watch the news because, as you know, besides from pornography, I got the time. Some things have been happening in the news recently that are just pissing me off. And I thought I would spend some time today ranting them to you. You know, Max he's a little pissed too. He's a little upset. The big thing Max here is upset about, you want to tell him, Max? You want to tell him what you're upset about? No? He's a little camera shy. Me and Max both agree. There's a piece of shit out there. There is a sack of dog crap. No offense. A sack of dog crap. Piece of shit dog motherfucking cock. Fuck him. By the name of Bill O'Reilly. Yeah, see, I told you he doesn't like this story. Bill O'Reilly, who's currently in the news. He's attacking let me back it up a little bit. Over the last few years, you've heard of Roger Ailes getting fired from Fox News, getting let go from Fox News because of alleged sexual, I call it sexual assault, personally. If you look at what rape is, let's define rape for a second. Rape would be physically holding a woman down and then forcibly doing things. I'm not going to get that graphic. I know, for the first time in forever, I'm not getting graphic. I know, you're shocked. But that's what rape is. You know, holding a knife to her throat, gun to her head, and forcibly having sex with a woman who doesn't want to have sex with you. Well, I don't see how sexual harassment's any different. Roger Ailes, who's a piece of shit, and Bill O'Reilly, aforementioned sack of dog crap, both tried to use their positions at Fox News to have women have sex with them. Force women to have sex with them. How is that not rape? You can call it sexual harassment all you want. I call it fucking rape. In my opinion, if the women didn't have sex with Bill O'Reilly, he's an attempted rapist. In my opinion, he should be put on trial for it, convicted of it, chemically castrated, thrown in prison, and then butt fucked by a 300-pound black man named Bunny for the rest of his fucking life. That sack of crap. Bill O'Reilly is a piece of shit. Let me explain. If you talk to psychologists, psychiatrists, especially those that are involved in police work, they'll tell you that rape isn't really about the sexual act. Yes, they are having sex with a woman, but the sexual act isn't the point of it. The point of it is to have control, to completely control somebody. That's what the act of rape really is. It's about control over the victim. This woman's having sex with you whether she likes it or not. What Bill O'Reilly and Roger Ailes tried to do, in my opinion, is just the same thing without the knife or the gun, in my opinion. And they should be charged as rapists, because that's what they are. They're attempted rapists. Bill O'Reilly is a piece of shit. All right? And the reason I think he's guilty of what he's done is based on the bullshit he spews on his stupid fucking TV show on a stupid fucking network that shouldn't exist. All right? Bill O'Reilly did this to himself. If he was a decent fucking human being, if he was as decent as Geraldo Rivera, I think people would question it a little bit. But no, we all know he's a scumbag, and he's a piece of shit. And in my opinion, he should be in jail. The one bright note out of all this is that he has settled with women in the past, and it turns out that a bunch of his sponsors for his piece of shit television show are going away. They're leaving Bill O'Reilly, which as soon as he starts costing that piece of shit channel Fox News money, I guarantee you they'll toss him off the air, because they don't have any fucking loyalty to him either. As long as he brings them cash, they'll put him on TV. But if he stops bringing them cash, they'll throw him off TV, by the way. That's just my opinion. Bill O'Reilly, fucking rapist. By the way, if I was a brother to any of the women that he harassed, know this. I would have kicked the shit out of him a long time ago. This fucking bullshit, tough guy fucking bullshit he puts on when he's on TV, he's a pussy. And he doesn't get me, according to the ladies that sued him anyway. Add that to the list. Paul Ryan, I will fight him on the street with a trident. And Bill O'Reilly, I'll fight them both at the same time, because Bill O'Reilly's not even half of a man. He's a fucking pussy. Fuck Bill O'Reilly. I hope they take him for all he's got, and I hope he winds up in the street destitute and penniless. Yeah, that's how I really feel. Next thing I want to talk about is Susan Rice. This situation's really pissing me off. For some reason, Susan Rice, who was the National Security Advisor for our first Kenyan-born president, if you believe President Pussy Grabber, Donald Trump, she was Obama's National Security Advisor, and apparently she is like the she's like the black hole, the focusing point of all the rage and hatred for Republicans in Congress and the White House. Why? I think it's because she's a woman and she's black. And most of the Republicans had never been talked down to by a black woman before. That's my theory anyway. Because most Republicans are misogynist and racist. Planned Parenthood, shut the fuck up. Anyway, here's what's pissing me off about the whole Susan Rice thing. We know that a bunch of Trump cronies have met with Russia, where it's been talked about Paul Manafort, who was Trump's campaign manager. Don't lose sight of that. He was his campaign manager for a long time, about 6 months. During pretty much the bulk of the election, he was the campaign manager. Paul Manafort probably laundered money for Russian oligarchs that were friendly with Vladimir Putin. They haven't denied any of that stuff. The Michael Flynn shit, they haven't denied any of that stuff. That Michael Flynn used to work, I think he still does work for Turkey, and that he was on the phone during the transition negotiating the payoff to the Russians. And that's what it was, by the way. He was negotiating the change of America's sanctions against the Russians, so that Exxon and your Rex Tillerson's old company, who I still think he works for, but Exxon, so they can get their $500 billion pipeline built with Russia. He was on the phone negotiating that stuff during the transition, the payoff for Trump getting the election. That's what that was, by the way. It was the payoff. They don't even deny that. All right? They don't deny any of that stuff. Instead, what they want us to be upset about is the fact that Susan Rice did her job. A black woman, of course, so God knows it couldn't have been above the board if a black woman did it. So yeah, look at it this way. Think of a car company, okay? Doesn't matter which car company. They build a car, all right? And through various tests, the car company finds out that the car, if hit in a certain way, will explode on impact. And in fact, right after the car is sold to the public, it does happen. They get into a car accident happens, and the car in question explodes, killing everybody around the accident. Burns them all alive. A engineer for the car company comes out and says, hey, we knew about this stuff way before we sold you the car. We just thought, the company thought that it would hurt sales if they admitted to it, so they covered it all up. And instead of the car company coming out and saying, oh shit, we probably should have sold that car, we didn't know anything about this, they admit to that they did cover it up, but instead they want you to be mad at the engineer for coming out and telling us they knew about the car exploding. That's what the White House wants you to do. They sold America out. Donald Trump and his people did. It's going to start coming out. Slowly and meticulously, you just wait. This is my generation's Watergate, by the way. I don't know if Trump's going to go to prison, but eventually people are going to start going to jail here, at least for money laundering and possibly tax evasion, is my guess. But we'll wait and see on all that. But basically, the White House isn't defending themselves against any of this. They're not saying any of it's wrong. They're saying it's not right that somebody told you about it. That's what the White House is pissed off about. Somebody told you. And they're attacking Susan Rice for it when she didn't do anything wrong. And some Republicans are saying she didn't do anything wrong. Figure that one out. You know that kid you grew up with? It might have been you, I don't know. That whenever anything happened, whenever they got caught doing something, they immediately blamed somebody else. That's Donald Trump. Donald Trump, like Bill O'Reilly, is a pussy. And surprisingly enough, to the shock of everybody, he tweeted, I guess, this morning, the 5th of April, that he doesn't think that that Bill O'Reilly did anything wrong. Well, nothing that the president wouldn't do himself, anyway. That you guys voted for. I didn't vote for him. Finally today, the last thing that's pissing me off, and this is going to lead into my final thought.
Final thoughts.
Syria. What happened in Syria is beyond horrific. 85. The last count I heard was 85 people dead. Like 25 of those people were children. Children who couldn't defend themselves. Non-combatants. You know, I wasn't around for World War II and the Holocaust. I know the Holocaust is considered the worst human atrocity, maybe next to the Khmer Rouge, which I wasn't around for either, by the way. I'm not that old. But the point being, we've seen a lot of atrocities in the human race over the years. And this is another one. And it just disappoints me that in the 21st century, where we're supposed to be this scientific-based world, we're going to Mars, we're spreading out across the universe, and stuff. You know, regardless of what you think about religion, what you think about people who believe in a God or don't believe in a God. The fact that those religions are still slaughtering people and that insane warlords like the head of Syria are still slaughtering people for no good reason. If not sad, is at least disappointing. You know, it just goes to show you that mankind isn't as evolved as you think we are. Parts of the world might be, although if you look at the cops killing people on the streets in America, the repulsive racism in America that still exists and still permeates the culture. It may not be blatant, you know, put a cross in your yard, set it on fire racism. But there is still, I call it passive racism. It's like when you hear an NFL football player make a comment after a football game and all the white guys watching the comment go, dumb nigger. You've heard that before. Won't act on it, but you know, it's still there. It's just disappointing, I think, in this day and age to think that, you know, for all the talk and all the U2s and the Bonos of the world, that still somewhere in this planet, there's innocent people being slaughtered for no damn good reason. And then our retarded idiot president comes out and blames it all on Obama. I don't know, folks. I don't know what chance we got of surviving all this. I don't know what chance we've got making this world a better place. I'm pessimistic about it. But as long as there's porn and the internet, I guess I can be happy a little bit. This has been your unemployed superhero for a Wednesday, a soggy Wednesday in Independence, Iowa. You take care. You stay sexy, San Diego. Be good to your mother. Don't drink downstream from the herd. And if you can't be with the one you love the one you're with. Or yourself. Whatever's easier. Just make sure you buy some lotion. Take care.